The story of Hades brings home the message that we have an inevitable fate that all of us share. Let's understand the story of Zagreus, the son of Hades, and how he captured the heart of millions to come. Remember how you used to get mad at your parents for asking you to keep your room and house clean? Well, the experience of playing Hades is pretty much you, the prince of the underworld, cleaning up levels to dungeons filled with randomized variety of enemies through visceral combat. A lesson is taught every time you get murdered in a different way, and the game opens up a little bit more. Instead of going back to level 0, you end up getting a bit stronger with the help of an eccentric cast of companions, boons, and weapons. This roguelike made by Supergiant Games has it so that the AI grows just as smart as you, whilst giving you an experience to cherish. Hades seeks to elevate the player from the deepest depths of the underworld, weaving in story beats and characters along the journey, which just makes dying a whole lot enjoyable. So get off your bed and get ready to clean up the underworld. Hi, I'm Aditya and this is a review of Hades. You play Zagreus, darling to no one, the prince of the underworld and the son of Hades. The goal of the game? To get out onto the mortal world. How you do it? That's up to you. You grow closer with your favorite godlings along the way and Zag himself through conversations in the story. This very experience is made doubly rich by being able to combine and grow godly powers taken in the form of boons that modify your unique gameplay every single time you try to leave home and reach the mortal world. Some currencies and unlockable items do carry over every time you die. Customization is readily available where you can feed darkness points into different modifiers that will help you with different playstyles. And if you'd like a change in your scenery, there's always bling that can be invested on to make the underworld just a tad bit nicer to get out of for the 100th time. There is an overarching relationship with your father that progresses with the plotline. Zag has access to 6 different weapons, each that allows the player to experience the game in a unique way. Each of these weapons have 4 variants, adding just yet another nuanced layer to the game. The arsenal of weapons available includes being able to wield heroic artifacts such as King Arthur's Excalibur to Lord Rama's Sharanga. You get access to companions and keepsakes that can be unlocked and equipped along the way, which are extremely helpful tools in Zag's mission to escape home. On the flip side, not all keepsakes are equally helpful for all players. Given a pick between either the spike collar that gives additional health or the lucky tooth that gives an extra life, I would pick either of those, as opposed to increased chances of items and drops through other options available. The soul of Hades, besides the combat, lies in the various interactions that Zagreus has with mythical deities. Each of the personalities that Zag encounters seem like a genuine reinterpretation of their classical Greek counterparts. You can make a god angry or provide them with nectar or ambrosia to gain their goodwill later in the future. In Hades, that leads to Zagreus returning to the underworld, usually with more questions and a little bit of mockery from Dad.
Had to come back for something right quick.
He's back already, Cerberus. Just as I indicated.
I'm standing right here, Father.
I'm sorry he disturbed your rest again, Cerberus. You've done a good job. The realm is well defended still to the high standard that you set.
This transforms something as simple as dying in a video game into a tool that aids with in-game world building. With each escape attempt of the underworld, Zag interacts with each of his aunts, uncles, and cousins from Olympus and ends up growing a relationship with them or taking their help. Characters remember your previous tries as the AI reads your playing patterns, and this is shown in dialogues that are delivered as you progress through the game. It helped me embrace dying so as to chip into more parts of the game's design characters, and aesthetics that are constantly unlocked as you progress through the story in your own pace. While you may think you'll face the same enemies and bosses over and over again, they will adapt to your increase in power levels and weapons. This makes it feel like a rematch with your rivals rather than a repeat. Along with the stellar track listing of original music made for this game alone, you get to spend your currencies deciding if you want your house in the underworld to look nice or sound nice. Each of the levels of the dungeons have their own unique soundtrack that sets the vibe. The constant banter Zag has with the narrator of the story is sure to hold some sort of comedic value.
The bedchambers of Prince Zagreus lie in a perpetual state of utter disarray, despite his lord and master of the house repeatedly insisting that he pick everything up.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad, is it?
The avalanche of dialogues showered across the story is expertly woven into player choices and decisions. A team of under 20 at Supergiant have whipped up over 300,000 words long of a script to cater to different players and playstyles. Like any other roguelike, Hades forces the player to make life-threatening decisions that either complement your current build or a riskier build that can pay off a few chambers down the line. All of this feeds into Hades' very comprehensive replayability, which is also nuanced in its own ways. One might find it tiring getting out of a pool of blood and having to go through Tartarus, Asphodel, Elysium, and the Temple of Styx just to find out more about the story and the characters. But it's an ordeal worth living, as every single level of the underworld is decked with different enemy types, level designs, and side stories that will keep you wanting to learn more about the story of Zagreus. The mix of satisfying combat and countless modifiers to add replayability and turning failure into a thing you look forward to makes Hades a game like never before, and makes you want to go to hell just one last time. With over 175 hours into the game, I think I've explored Zagreus' life enough. So what did you think of Hades? Have you played the game yet? What's your favorite roguelite game? Drop it on the comments and let's have a chat. Until next time.